I'm with Jennifer Kornblum, attorney at law. I'm at the Resource Center. You're kind of working hand in glove with different things that the Resource Center does, but I know that basically what we're looking at is estate planning. That's kind of your area of expertise when you're here.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us what you do for folks.
Well, we have a workshop and we educate people about estate planning, wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and just try to educate people because there's a lot of misconceptions out there.
All right, we could go through a few. I know that, there's going to be one of these this month.
Yes.
So people, you need to give them a call and reserve. It's free. It's great stuff. But let's go through some of those things that people don't quite understand or maybe are mistaken about.
Well, I think the first one is with wills.
Okay.
A lot of people think if they have a will, then they're not going to end up in probate court. And actually, a will is instructions to a probate court judge. But it's still important to have a will. So a will is where you would nominate a guardian for your child if something happened to you. A will is where you give instructions on what you want to happen to your stuff and who you want to be in charge of carrying out your wishes. So it's an important document to have.
Okay, so good idea. Make sure you have a will. But there are things, adjunct or other things to consider. And it's not as though, because when people hear the word estate, they think you have a manor and grounds and horses. That's not really true.
Right, that's true. A lot of people think, as I have to be wealthy to need a trust or an estate plan. Not so. Actually, a power of attorney is a great example. If you have a power of attorney for financial matters and a power of attorney for healthcare matters, then if something happens to you, you have that car accident or a stroke or something unexpected, your business can still be carried on. Your bills can still be paid. What is scary for people is if they don't have these powers of attorney, then you end up having to go to court. Your family has to have you declared incompetent. And that's a big process. It's very expensive.
True.
And you're branded as incompetent in the public records.
Well, you're no longer in charge with what you want done with your estate.
Exactly.
That's the whole idea of estate planning.
Right.
Also, the word you use, probate, that seems to scare a lot of people because once it goes to probate, you're really not totally in control unless you have documentation.
Right. And even with the documentation, it's the probate court judge that is going to make the decisions and approve the decisions that are made by the people you choose to be in charge.
What are some of the other pitfalls you need to watch for?
Well, probate is very expensive. It takes a really long time. It can be 18 months to 2 years in Missouri for a probate to be completed before your beneficiaries get your assets.
It's not like in the movies.
No,
you don't get handed a check and then it's all done.
Right. There's a whole process. And the one way to avoid that is with a trust. People who have a living trust, unlike a will, which doesn't speak until you pass away, a trust is active right now. You put your assets into it and it starts working for you right away. And it also makes for a very smooth transition when you pass. The person that you nominate to be trustee, the person in charge after you, they just step right into your shoes, no court involvement at all.
All right, so it's most important then to have a plan ahead of time. It's never too early to start.
Yes.
It's also never too early to start learning, and you have, estate planning here that I know you're a part of. Tell me what that kind of evening involves.
So we have a couple of workshops every month, and we keep them fairly small so that we really do some one-on-one interaction with people. And we go through all of the steps of estate planning, the pitfalls, some of the things to look out for and to think about. And afterwards, I think people are left with a much greater understanding of what's going to work for them, because it's going to be different for everybody.
True. The one thing I learned, because I've been to one of these, is that No question is disregarded. We all start out at the same place, not knowing. We're looking for, people who can help us through these ups and downs and pitfalls. And you'll find a lot of things where you go, oh, I didn't know that. That is going to surprise you. So all people have to do is call in because, as I said, there's one happening this month.
Yes.
So they can call and reserve their spot. You just give the Resource Center a call.
Yes.
And you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Pretty simple. Come and see her and all the great folks right here at the Resource Center.